Hello everyone, I know it's been a while since I posted a YouTube video. I just kind of did YouTube just for the fun of it. I'm very knowledgeable about military equipment such as aircrafts and things like that. So I just thought it'd be a cool thing to just post my knowledge on there, see if anyone's interested in it. I quit YouTube for a long time. I was focusing on my school, getting my driver's license, things like that. So that's why I was gone for a while. And I've been pretty successful in those things, so... And YouTube isn't a big thing of mine. I'm not planning on doing this after high school or whatever. But I did have a plan after high school, which was to join the United States Marine Corp and to become a naval aviator for the F-35. Issue is, I'm disqualified for a very stupid reason. And this reason, it means quite a lot to me. Because I'm able to operate just fine pretty much anywhere, but for the military, it's like, no, it's too much of an issue for us. And so I'm kind of on here. I might be starting YouTube back up, just very small time or a little bit. I'm documenting something, and I'll tell you what exactly I'm documenting and why I'm disqualified from the military. So I'm disqualified for a food allergy. I'm allergic to peanuts and tree nuts. Those two are slightly different. It's a very subtle difference. But whenever I eat a peanut or a tree nut, it's only if I eat it. I can touch it, I can rub it on my skin, whatever. Heavy pause on that. But it's only if I eat it will I go into an anaphylactic shock and die. Now here's the thing. We treat this as if it's the 1950s. A peanut allergy can very easily be solved with an epinephrine pen. And if you have an epinephrine pen and you're going into anaphylactic shock, you just stab it into your thigh right here, and boom, you're good. Now, you may need a second dose of epinephrine, or you have to go to the ER, but most of the time, one epinephrine is fine enough for me and fine for quite a lot of other people. So, the reason why I think it's unfair is that the military has other risk managements that they have to be concerned about, but they're most concerned about a food allergy. Again, it's very easy to spot a tree nut or a peanut, and it's very easy to solve it. Just one jab of the epinephrine into the thigh, and you're good. The epinephrine will wear off in like 30 minutes to an hour. And whenever I eat a peanut, I don't swell up like a balloon in 30 seconds. It takes 30 minutes to 45 minutes for the reaction to kill me. Now, here's some inconsistencies in the U.S. military with their risk management. So, an epinephrine is delivered through an auto-injector. An auto-injector, basically, you just put it wherever it needs to go and then hold down a button and it auto-injects. Very self-explanatory. Now, the military uses this opioid called morphine to administer to soldiers who are experiencing moderate to severe pain. What morphine does is it lowers the pain that a soldier or Marine is experiencing, and it gives them a less chance to develop PTSD and a higher chance of survivability, if I remember correctly. But the thing is, many people are like, oh, what if your epinephrine breaks in the middle of combat and you need it? Well, morphine is delivered the same way. And there's this thing called a combo pen, which is a combination pen. So a combination pen, it uses this chemical or an active ingredient of some sort to fight off nerve agent. Now, a combo pen has two active ingredients, so it has a more complex design and it's probably more likely to break. An epinephrine has a single active ingredient, which is just adrenaline. So combo pens, they were administered to soldiers back in the 80s, 90s, maybe even now, because our enemies would love to use nerve agents and other unethical means to harm other people. And I even asked my JRTC instructor, I'm like, were you guys trained on combo pens? And he's like, yeah, everybody was trained on combo pens. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, an epinephrine is easier to use, and my instructor, he actually agreed with me on that. My instructor is quite on my side with this. I've talked to him about it a lot. He's known that I've wanted to be a Marine forever, so he definitely feels very bad for me, and he's like, yeah, that's a very big inconsistency that the U.S. military has. So it's not just me who's saying this, it's many other people who have served in the military. Here's another inconsistency, and this is one that makes me really upset. The reason is, so you guys already, do you guys know what like BMI is? If you don't know what BMI is, it's like determines if you're underweight, on weight, overweight, or obese. Now, BMI can be very inaccurate in determining if a person is fit enough to serve. So let's just say you are 5'11 and 150 pounds. You're on weight. Now, let's just say you're 5'11, but you're 220 pounds. You're considered obese. Now, if you're considered obese, that doesn't necessarily mean you are unfit to serve. There's people out there that are considered obese, but they can run 3 miles in 18 minutes, which is very impressive. But the thing is that is a strain on the musculoskeleton, and there's a lot of people, or a pretty decent amount of people in the military who are obese, but are still able to serve. And so the reason why this one doesn't make sense is because the U.S. military, a lot of people in the U.S. military, they're always complaining. They're like, my knee hurts. Oh, my hip hurts. That's because there's a lot of running and carrying heavy weight involved. Now you have somebody who's considered obese, who's running really fast, and who's able to lift very heavy. Well, okay, that's fine, fair. They can serve. But the issue is it's a strain on the musculoskeleton. You already have people in the military complaining about their body hurting. Now imagine this 220-pound person who's obese, who's going to hurt himself even more. And get this, the military spends about $1.1 billion extra on this program that it's like the neck measuring and waist measuring for these very, not unfit, but obese people to still be able to serve in the military. So it's like they're spending an extra $1.1 billion on allowing obese people to serve. But I can't spend like $1,000 to carry an epinephrine when I joined the military. I think it's very unfair. I don't know if it's my pride that is overcoming or is clouding my judgment or whatever. But I'm very prideful. I love my country. I want to serve my country in the United States Marine Corps. So that's my little rant right there. But I'm going to explain what my plan is to see if I can still get by. And I want to tell you what I had been doing while I wasn't on here. So back around last year, August 2025, I had contacted my state representative, who at the time was Marjorie Taylor Greene. I had asked, hey, this is a very unfair thing that I'm facing. Is there anything you can do? Marjorie Taylor Greene started a congressional inquiry. I guess it's for the federal government or some federal agency to look into something. So she sent it up, and a Marine liaison up at the Pentagon, he responded and he said that I'm going to have to work with my recruiter on a waiver. The thing is that I'm not going to be able to get a waiver just because of how severe my allergy is, even though it's very controllable. The next politician that I had contacted to see if he could help me out was my state senator, Senator John Ossoff. And so he did the same process. The message went up to the Marine liaison up in D.C., and it was the same person who responded. And the reason why I know that isn't because of the name, because the name's classified. It's Master Sergeant and then classified. The reason why I knew it was the same person was because he responded with, while I commend him on his persistence, he's still going to have to work with his recruiter on a waiver, and that he understands that I've been denied a waiver. So it's, if I don't get a waiver, I don't get to join. End of story. I don't like taking no for an answer. I've wanted this for my entire life. I've spoken about it so much. You can ask my mother. You go up to her and say, does he say the word F-35 all the time? She's going to roll her eyes. She's like, oh, all the time. He talks about it all the time. He's very passionate about it. My classmates, they're like, man, you'd been hoping for this for a while, and now they just say no. That's not fair to you. I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been wanting this forever. I'm very patriotic. I want to serve in the United States Marine Corps. I tried other branches. They all have the same policy for the most part. It's pretty much all the same. I am too severe or too sensitive to the allergen to serve. I don't think it's fair. I do not think it's fair at all. Before I tell you what my plan is to still be able to serve in the United States Marine Corps, there's just one thing that I just want to share with you guys that just kind of solidifies how dedicated I am. So you remember how I said I can probably die from it. So sometime back in August, I went to my local convenience store, gas station. I bought a bag of peanuts and I started microdosing to get the body immune to it. Now, that's called oral immunotherapy, and my allergist already denied me that. And without my allergist knowledge, I started microdosing myself with peanuts. I obviously didn't die. I did not have to use an epinephrine. I did not go to the hospital. I did have to stop because I told my mom, I'm like, look, I haven't died. Can the allergist like do another check and see like if I'm not able to die from it or what? It was just very small amount, so that's probably why I didn't die. And I mean, like if I did take a large amount, it would still take 30, 45 minutes to kill me. So you've seen my dedication here. I quite literally was poisoning myself to be able to get into the United States Marine Corps. I'm dedicated. I'm not going to give up. My plan moving forward now, there's a Turning Point USA event coming up on the University of Georgia, which I'm not too far away from there, but it is quite a ways there. If you don't know what Turning Point USA is, it's a nonprofit conservative youth movement, which was started by Charlie Kirk, but he was unfortunately killed in September of last year. So they're kind of finishing up the tour. There's many people that are going to be talking at different campuses across the United States. But I got lucky with having J.D. Vance coming up to this Turning Point tour at the University of Georgia. And the reason why I'm so lucky that it's him is not only because he's the vice president of the United States who can probably influence policy if he wanted to, but he was also a United States Marine. Now, if you know this, if you know a U.S. Marine, you know they're very prideful. Oh, we're the best branch ever. Oh, the chair force ain't got nothing on us. Oh, Army stands for ain't ready to be a Marine yet. So I'm hoping if I can tap into his side of pridefulness, and he kind of sees himself within me, since he also joined the United States Marine Corps right after high school, maybe for different reasons or maybe for the same reasons of patriotism. But I'm going to go to this Turning Point USA event. They're going to be debating students on the campus or just anybody that shows up to the event. So I'm planning on going up there. I'm going to tell them my story. Hey, this is what I'm going through. I don't think it's fair for this and this reason. You were a United States Marine yourself. Can you see the pride? Can you see the dedication that you see within me that you might have seen once in yourself or your brothers while you were in the United States Marine Corps? So that's my plan. It may not work. It's worth a try. And I mean, I'm trying whatever I can here. I don't know if I need this video to blow up for any influence or anybody who can change this. I doubt it, but this is just me documenting what's going to happen going forward. And, you know, YouTube's not forever. I don't see myself doing YouTube. I've always wanted to be a United States Marine. It's very frustrating being told no after I worked so hard on this. And I'm very passionate about this. So if you're watching this video and you have some type of suggestion or whatever, please do share it with me. Or if you have anything that can help me out, please just help me out here. Share this video, like, subscribe, stay with me on this journey. The Turning Point event is on April 14th. I'm recording this video on April 7th, so we're exactly a week out from it. I'm pretty excited. I'm a little nervous, but this is an opportunity that's been given to me from God. And I'm very fortunate that it's the University of Georgia that J.D. Vance is coming up to. Otherwise, I may have not even had a shot at this. So, wish me luck. If you believe in God, please pray for me. Like, subscribe, and share. And let's see what happens. Have a good day, y'all.